Happy Bird Hollow here. Y'all know what that is? That is Pulmonaria Officinalis, also known as Lungwort. And I'll do a video today on Lungwort. Now this Pulmonaria Officinalis, the leaves on it have them splotches all over it and little spots, specks on it. Light green, I would say, or gray looking, probably different colors. In the back of the leaf there's a lighter green with the veins. They kind of segment, but they also have veins like arteries instead of veins like a regular leaf would. Like say for instance, like I got this okay, here's a violet. See how it has veins and they're lateral, but they kind of branch out too. But how about this Asiatic daylily? See how it's got straight veins, one seam vein, and a couple, and maybe some lighter ones. But on this this is an oak leaf. It has one seam vein and a couple that branch out on each side. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, if you look close at the lungwort leaf, the veins kind of look like arteries. They go every which way, is what I'm saying. You can't really see it, not like this on the camera, but can't really see it on this side. But when you flip it over, you can see them. You see how they just go kind of like arteries or nervous system. Kind of crazy. But yeah, that's a lungwort leaf, and this side would be dark green with spots, gray spots, or looks to me like light green spots. Yeah, I say light green. Almost looks like some of this light green moss on the trees, like someone threw a paintbrush and sprayed it. Then it has these stems that go down the center into nothing all the way to wide, and then it's grooved. It's the stem shaped kind of V-shape with a little bit of the leaf edging all the way down it. And lungwort, it has the hairs on it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. There's real prickly hairs all over it. Trying to get it where you can see it. There you go. You can see some. See them poking up right there. Almost feels like rubbing a hog skin. If you ever rubbed a hog, a shaved hog or something. But yeah, the hairs are prickly and they're real spiky. But they don't, I mean, it could irritate you probably, but it don't hurt you too bad. But like in one of my videos, I was talking about the English ivy. It was made for the lungs, and you could see the veins in it were shaped like the lungs veins, and the branches and the bronchial tubes and stuff, and air sacs and stuff. And look at this lungwort. It's kind of like a lung too, you know, with the hairs on it like the lungs have. And like I said, y'all, I do a lot of herbs with well, Brandy found her a tree frog over there. I don't know if y'all can see her. But yeah, the leaves, they have the hairs on them with the splotches, and it kind of remind you of a lung, you know. And a lot of these respiratory herbal plants, they'll have they have a look-alike kind of that matches the lungs, your anatomy, and I think that's awesome. It's crazy, I'm telling you. But it's amazing how nature is. But you know, we learn every day about nature and what it does and how it is made for the people that live on this earth, you know. But anyways, I got me a batch of lungwort. I harvested it today because it was getting crowded for the pot. I got the pot over here. And when I harvested it, I left a few leaves, some young leaves in the center, because it kind of grows like branches out like from the center of the root. And if you look, there's two. Here's a baby, here's a bigger one. So I left a couple on each, at least 3 or 4. And some of these are a little bigger. But if you look, here's one. I only left 2 leaves on it, but I think there's a small one right there coming. And so by cutting these out here, all these big ones, it's gonna put a lot of energy to these, and they'll start growing good again. And that's how it works. And this is the only lungwort plant I got, but it's I divided it last year, and I don't know what I did wrong, but I don't know if I tried to divide it too early and transplant it too early and not give it enough time to root in the pots. But they died on me, other than this main one that I saved. And now it's separated into 3, so I got like one here, and one here. And I think this is one here. Might be, no, it's just yeah, just 3. This one, yeah, this one, and this one, and then this one. And they're all going to a main root. But I can divide this maybe again, and probably could be able to get 3 out of them. But this time I might just do 1 and leave 2 growing good. But you just got to be careful with them. I think they like good draining soil. They like a part shade. And man, actually the past few years it's grown, but it ain't grown as good as it did this year. I got actually almost 3 harvests off this one potted plant here. But I think I added some biochar. If y'all know what that is, that's burnt wood to a point that it's crumbly like charcoal. And biochar has a lot of nutrients in it, y'all. Carbon base. That's why you burn your grass, it'll come back greener, they say. It's true, it works that way with all plants and trees and stuff. That's why they'll burn off the pine trees and after they cut them, and it'll grow back even better, or a lot more bushier and thicker and fuller. But it likes the charcoal. I think it's done good this year. And so it's getting September here now, getting ready for cold weather to set in sometime soon, and we'll have to get it put up in the greenhouse. But I did it now while it's still a little warm, so it could recover and get some sun and get, you know, some more nutrients and recuperate from cutting it and grow a little bit before I put it in the greenhouse. And that's kind of like what I like to do with everything. But I wanted to show you too. So that's lungwort, and like I said, I do a lot of respiratory herbs. I have mullein, woolly mullein growing too, and I got a leaf here I wanted to show you too. And you can see the veins on it. See how the veins on the back of this branch off like a lung, but then it has arteries too? Can y'all see that? Yeah. And it has hair on it, fine hairs all over the leaf. And y'all can probably see it. It's real fuzzy feeling. It almost feels like velvety. But this is good stuff, y'all. Mullein, lungwort for the lungs. I got some mullein plants growing, and they're not real big. They still small. I don't quite have enough sun coming in where I'm at to grow stuff to a big size and full, but it grows enough for me and my wife to use for medicine. That's all I'm worried about. If I have to, I know where some is. I can go foraging whatever I need and get whatever I want, because I know what it looks like and where to get it. But this lungwort, I haven't been able to find where to forage it yet. Now, it's supposed to grow down here in the southeast real good, but it just depends on the places it grows. You know, I hadn't never seen a lot of it. I really hadn't ever seen none of it naturally, but they say it grows here and it will survive here in the woodlands with well draining soil, and it probably would grow somewhere like I was talking about with the burnt pines and well draining soil and stuff like that. But yeah, so the medicinal benefits of lungwort are pretty good. I got this phone out here with the stuff it tells you to do. It is poisonous to pets, and I know my dog, she's out here all the time, but you know, she's old enough now, she's learned what not to mess with and what she's alright with. But anyways, the thing about Google is they overemphasize their bias on medicine. So I do a lot of more research on other websites and people that's really used it, because Google tends to lean towards big pharma, and they don't want you to use herbs. They don't want you to use the plants because you're not giving money to your doctors, and they want your money for medicine, you know, so they can continue to practice on you, because that's why they're practitioners, and yada yada yada. Anyways, so just going by what it's saying, they have to give you a little bit of truth in it, but you can see it's good for the lungs, and it's got a lot of respiratory stuff in it for bronchitis and expectorant for coughs. Soothes inflammation in your lungs. It's high in mucilage. Now mucilage is it has a lot of soothing effects to the lungs. It's got like a mucusy kind of, it replaces mucus, I think, that you get out of your lungs that's not good, and puts the good stuff back in, because your lungs need to stay moist and you know, lubricated kind of in a way, and that's what the mucilage does to it. And mullein is the same way. It's a demulcent. It says it soothes, and you can use it for external applications, skins, burns, eczema, cuts and wounds, and so on. Internal uses, you know, cysts and diuretics. It's a good diuretic, I think, for kidneys. It has a lot. It's got a lot of chemicals and medicinal properties in it that are good for the lungs and other issues in the body. But this is just a quick overall look at what it can do. Anti-inflammatory. An impressive thing to me is it can inhibit. This just ain't Google. I've looked it up. I did a lot of research on all the herbs I got, or I wouldn't be growing them, because my wife has the COPD, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, asthma, with bad sinusitis, and so I'm all the time she's all the time dealing with all this stuff, and I'm having to do the research and learn how to help her with her issues. And if anybody knows anything about the anti-inflammatory, it's really good if you get something for the anti-inflammatory, because once the lungs are inflamed, it's really hectic on that person with coughing and you know, stuff like that. So this helps with the inflammatory issues of the lungs, and it's antibacterial. It has some antibacterial properties for the lungs. Now, on the lungwort, you can dry the leaves and smoke them. Yes. I see my wife, she still smokes. So she's incorporating dried lungwort and mullein, because you can smoke it, into her daily habit, which I wish she'd quit altogether. But that being said, the thing about the lungwort is it has properties in it to subdue the oxidative stress. And oxidative stress, if you know anything about that, that is what causes your free radicals and cancer. So it helps with that, protects the cells from free radicals that cause oxidative stress in your lungs, which causes cancer. So it's really good for that. Really good. And not only it, but there's other ones too, because the thing about it is using stuff in combination, knowing what you got, using something like this with something like this, mullein with lungwort in combination, and depending on the issues, maybe lobelia, maybe some, let's see what else I got. Maybe some, you know, lemon balm or something like that to help calm and keep calm, you know. Just anything that, holy basil. Holy basil is one too for oxidative stress. So anything, you know, that you can incorporate with your routine to help with your disorder is really good. And lungwort is a must-have around here. She says she feels more of the relief from lungwort than mostly anything, and the mullein. She likes the mullein too, she says. But then again, I have the lobelia, and lobelia, you know, lobelia is good for asthma. It was also known as the asthma plant. This is the lungwort leaf, but I'll show you the lobelia I got over here. I harvested. I did a video on lobelia the other day, but it's starting to grow back, y'all. See how it looks like lettuce a little bit? Yeah. You don't want to get it. The time to get it would be when it grows a stem up and flowers. And right now it ain't putting up nothing yet. I just not long harvested it, but it might put up something before it gets cold. I'm hoping so. I got one there and one here, and yeah, that'd be good if I could get another little bit of that before summer's over. That'd be nice. But if not, I still did all right. And here's some. This is basil, y'all. I'm telling you what, y'all want something for. This is just culinary basil. Y'all want something for antimicrobial, bacterial, viral. Right here, lobelia. I mean, basil. Just regular basil. I might get another batch of basil off of that. Okay. And then I have holy basil. Now I harvested the holy basil the other day, but basil is really good. Holy basil. I know y'all know what holy basil. I got that's some coming back right there, but I cut it all back. It's got something on it, like what causes that white stuff? I tell you, I'm always trying to figure out stuff around here on the plants and what's causing what. But yeah, holy basil, y'all, it's good stuff too. It's a good complementary herb and got a lot of medicinal benefits. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all the lungwort, harvesting it today. I'm gonna get me a little mess of it for some medicine. Whatever she don't get out of this in a tincture, or you know, for the medicine, she'll probably dry it and smoke it. So either way, we'll use all of it, and the mullein. So mullein's good for tea. It's good for detoxing. It's all good, y'all. But appreciate your time, and y'all go out and get you some medicine and do your foraging. Fixing to be winter time. Alright, happy bird holla out. Have a good day.